Hey callers, welcome to New York. Sorry I can't be with you tonight. I have a family event on, but I'll be thinking about you out there close to the studio where it all began. Enjoy yourselves tonight, and thank you for being such great fans of the show.
Dad, wake up.
Oh, hello, callers. I wasn't expecting you. I've pretty much just been hanging out here, waiting for all of you. I'm glad you're all getting together, as we all are. And I know I'm speaking probably for everyone when I can say your support has meant everything to us. Not just during the show, but the continued support afterwards. And with our future projects that you've all gotten behind so carefully and loudly. It's been really great. For those of you paying attention, right up there in my living room, you might recognize that painting from the right of Neil's fireplace in Neil's apartment. That's right. I stole it. A real art heist. Anyway, thanks so much. I'm so happy that you're all getting together, and I hope you do for years to come. I know many of you have become lifelong friends and joined our family and led us into yours. So thanks again. Have a great time.
Hey everybody, I'm Bob DeRosa, and I was a writer on the 4th season of White Collar. And Karina invited me to pitch in with a little video talking about my time working on the show. And then over here, one more thing to show you is this was a big article that was in Writers Guild magazine. It's the writer's staff. That's me. I lost some weight since then because I'm not in a writer's room eating snacks. Hey, it's Jeff Easton. This is almost the entire crew. Matt DeGrady wasn't there that day. I wrote a pilot for a show that didn't sell, but it got me a ton of meetings, and one of those meetings was with Matt Lowe's at Fox Television Studios. And so I met with Matt, told him sincerely, hey, I love White Collar. That's one of the shows that they made. In fact, Matt was the executive in charge of White Collar, and he was like, oh, great, I love that show too. Let me see if I can get your script to Jeff Easton. And 8 months later, it happened. Jeff was working on Graceland as well as season 4 of White Collar, and they decided they needed one extra writer in the writer's room. And so he read my script and liked it, and I got to meet Jeff, and we sat down for an hour, and then he gave me the job. And before I knew it, I went from watching White Collar and loving White Collar to, holy crap, I'm working on White Collar. And by the end of the first week, I remember Mark Goffman, who was the co-executive producer that season, said, we got a call from set, and we need a little fun nursery rhyme type thing for Tim to sing to figure out a clue. And I was like, and it's Friday, everybody wants to go home, and Mark's by himself in his office trying to come up with something. And the funny thing is, like, I used to do improv, hadn't done it in a long time, but I was like, I used to come up with silly songs. So I was like, maybe I'll come up with something. And so I came up with a very silly little ditty that I went into Mark's office and I sang to him. I'm a terrible singer, but he enjoyed it so much he made me go sing it to all the rest of the writers. And this is that song.
Isabella, I can tell, Esmeralda, find Adela.
This is not what?
Mirabella, so compella. Was there a Mirabella?
Yeah.
Rob's fair ladies.
I had to let it go through Willie's tagline, which was hilarious. Anyways, I wrote that silly little rhyme, and I'm very proud of the fact that I rhymed Compella with Mirabella. Compella being a made-up word. Anyways, that was my first kind of contribution to the show that actually became part of the show. And it was next week after that I was sitting at lunch and we're watching dailies, and here comes that that scene, and I see Tim up on the screen singing this little rhyme that I came up with just a few days earlier, and I was like, wow, I work on White Collar. This is so cool. And anyways, I got to co-write Shoot the Moon, which was episode 14 that season, and it is the scene early in the episode where they're the FBI and they're kind of explaining the bad guys and they're laying out the case. And the director looks at me and says, okay, I need 6 alts for Neil to say. And I'm like, an alt is like a funny line. And I'm like, okay, haven't done comedy in a long time, but I'll write some funny lines. And I wrote them, and the director looked at him, and he's like, that's the one. And so when it came time that we were blocking the scene, that means we're figuring out where the actors are going to stand and sit and who's going to talk and when. There came a moment the director's like, okay, Bob's got an alt. And everybody looks at me, and Matt Bomer looks at me. He's just staring at me, and I'm like, a little nervous. And I'm like, nothing says commitment like a stolen wedding ring. Matt brings up his script pages, takes out a pen, writes it down. And I knew that that meant thumbs up from Matt Bomer, which was super cool. And then he said the line, and it was hilarious. And it was an amazing experience getting to be in New York and working with everybody. And then I came back to Los Angeles and helped, as much as I could with the last couple episodes. And then before I knew it, season 4 was done. It was a fantastic experience. It was one of the highlights of my career. And the cool thing is that I got to go back to being a fan. So like season 4 ended, I was right back on the couch with my wife, season 5, anxious to see what was going to happen. I got to watch the finale of the show at an invited cast and crew party, and everybody was there. So like, Jeff and Mark and then all the writers, and then, Tim was there and Marcia and Willie, and I was in the final cast and crew photo, just me smiling, grinning, my little bald head on the side of the photo. And I look at that photo from time to time and I'm like, I can't believe I love this fantastic show, and I got to be, a part of it, even for a small amount of time. And I don't know, it's like I said, one of the highlights of my career. So if you want to say hi to me, I'm on Twitter. I'm at thembob, THEMBOB, at thembob. Feel free to say hello. I think I'm already friends with some of you guys on there. And then if you want, I co-created and wrote a horror comedy anthology web series called 20 Seconds to Live. They're very short episodes, funny and a little bloody, so if that's not your thing, you might want to skip it. But if you do see it, you're gonna meet, where is he? Evil Doll. There he is. It's my terrible camera angle here. Anyways, Evil Doll is in one episode, and it's actually probably one of the least bloody ones, so maybe start with that one. And if that's too much for you, then don't watch the rest of the show. But feel free to check it out at 20secondstolive.com, and say hi on Twitter. And again, thank you for inviting me to be in. I'm messing up my finale here. I had it all worked out. But I will say this: the fact that you guys are still meeting and still passionate just proves that white collar fans are the best fans.
Hi, white collar family. It's me, Marsha, aka Lady Suit, aka Badass Berrigan. It's so awesome that you guys are getting together in New York to celebrate your love of white collar. I just think it's really, really sweet. I hear that there's like at least 25 of you from 5 different countries getting together to have some food and drink and quizzes. And I hear that Isabel is going to be exhibiting some of her amazing art. Shout out to Isabel. And so, yeah, I just wanted to send my love and wish you all a great time. I wish I could have been there. Instead, I'm in Spain right now. You could probably hear my family in the pool. But yeah, we just really appreciate you. And your support means the world to us. Have a great time. Mwah!
How is the greenhouse going?
The greenhouse is going well. I don't know. Lisa and Dana were away for a volleyball tournament. Jameis and I, this was in February. Jameis and I were, he was sitting, and, all right, let's see if we can do this.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
I know. Anyway, so you guys up the greenhouse. Very nice of you. There were 4 chaise lounges there that were made out of teak wood, incredibly strong, and an arm of the branch of the tree just came down on all 4 of those teak lounges, and it made them look like they were kindling. I mean, it was just incredible.
Wow.
It's a 150-year-old tree, and the roots were about 8 feet high.
Wow.
So what have you guys seen? Where have you guys gone?
Actually, we haven't seen that much. We have mostly spent time together.
I wonder if they sold June's house. Because that was up for sale for a long time.
It's been under reconstruction.
Yeah. It was sold and it is under reconstruction. We visit it every year, but it's under a lot of
Remodeling it, yeah.
remodeling.
Can you imagine the cost? I mean, because I think it's sold. Do you know what it sold for?
40 million.
40?
14.
14.
But they had to spend, I guess, at least the same amount to remodel
I'm
it.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Wow.
Well, I was playing Lotto when it was up for sale, but I didn't make it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was an awesome spot.
It was. It was a great house.
Yeah.
I think that was the first day of filming for me was at June's house. I think. I could be wrong, but it feels like that was the first day. But am I wrong? Because it's early in the episode, so maybe I think it was the first day. Oh, I think that was the first day of filming. Exciting.
Yeah.
Jeff Easton and I keep playing phone tag. I got to sit down with him and talk to him about a movie, a white collar movie where we all everybody goes to look parents, find Neil and help out with something, something like that. I think that would be.
Mozart's available. Mozart's available.
It's sad that you can't see the video, but we have a lot of props, and actually Mel brought Mozart, the little bear.
Oh. Much as I hate to say it, Willie's video was great.
Yeah, we love to watch it.
We enjoyed it.
We thought he must have rehearsed it before. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Are you doing any more directing?
Not right now, but I think I'm going to be directing a play sometime next spring. Written by, it's based on a movie and a book called The Human Comedy by William Saroyan.
When you were on Lucifer, was it fun playing a bad guy?
It was, and the balance was whatever bad guy, to make sure that you don't, you don't twist the handlebars and become, a caricature of an evil person. It's a good show. Joe Henderson is in charge, so the vibe is going to be neat, and they're going to put out good stuff.
A lot of us are watching the show because they have so many white collar people on it.
Oh yeah, Sharif did one, I think.
Yeah, and Ross as well.
Ross McCall.
Yeah.
Ross is another guy I stay in touch with. I stay in touch with Ross quite a bit. We had a German Shepherd who didn't like Ross. His name was Duke, and I'd take pictures of Duke and I'd just send them to Ross and say, Duke is hungry.
Is it difficult to starring as well as direct the same episode?
Oh, that gorgeous French accent, I didn't quite hear it, understand it.
It is difficult to direct and act at the same time in one episode. You did that, to be the actor and director.
I don't know, it's not too typical, and it's crazy. It takes a lot of energy. No, it's the only time you can do that, like in my situation, you've been a character for a long time, and the crew anticipates things, and the camera crew knows where we're headed, and everybody is behind you. That doesn't happen too often. In fact, I had directed just a little, like a fun short that won't even really go anywhere, but I was doing a project with these people, and it felt so easy to simply act and not have to to turn around and go act in a scene. So that doesn't happen too often when you both act. When you both act and direct in the same project. Took a lot of years off my life.
Oh, you can't see that.
No.
I'm white collar. I wish I could have directed more episodes. I was supposed to direct in the last season, but it was helped. I almost directed the finale, but that was as it was, but it's just too much. Way too much. I have to say, just as Willie did, we can't thank you guys enough for the support, and it's not to get too philosophical or too sentimental about this, but these are the metaphysical things that happen when you tell a story. That a community either strengthens or is born, and in this case, he was born, and it's just lovely to see, and warms my heart, and I know I speak for everybody, it warms all of our hearts. Tremendous. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you for doing this tonight.
That was awesome.
Well, it's true. It's from the heart, and it's true. So have a great time tonight. Send me some videos if you can. And,
Yeah, if you can.
made it happen, so that's good.
That's true. Thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you so much.